Hello, everyone. Welcome. I hope this is working. Fingers crossed that I've figured out how to make it go to the group correctly. If anybody is there, please give me a shout out, say hello, so I know that it is going there. It hopefully is working. Um, I've done this a few times, but sometimes it doesn't like to work for me. I believe it is there though. My name is Candace Anderson. I'm coming to you live from Hiram, Utah, stampinwithcandace.com. Thank you, Kevin, for inviting me to join Card a Day in May again. This is, let's see, my second time doing up for Card a Day in May, and I think my third time total. I've done the November challenge a couple times for him. So I'm super excited. Happy Mother's Day to all of the moms out there and grandmas and stuff. I got to spend some time with my granddaughter today. First time getting to meet her, so that was super fun. I am excited to share this with you today. Um, it is your choice, which was actually harder than you would think because instead of having a theme to kind of go off of, I had to figure out what I wanted to do. So, anyway, I'm just checking on the other screen. It looks like it is working, and hopefully you can hear me okay. Um, I decided to use the extraordinary life, and I have just a simple technique I want to share with you today. So I'm going to switch cameras, hopefully here, and get started to show you what I'm doing. So if you're not familiar, this is the Beautiful Ordinary Life suite, but I am actually flipping, and I am going to be doing this Extraordinary Life bundle, which includes this stamp set and dies. There's a scrapbook workshop kit that goes along with the bundle, all this fun paper, but I actually am using this design right here as kind of my inspiration and layout for what I'm doing, but I definitely did a little bit of a twist for it. So we are actually going to start with a just standard 8.5 by 11 cut to the 5.5 by 8.5, and I've just got basic black. Now this is the designer series paper. What's really cool about this designer series paper is it is black and white on one side. I'll show you a few of them here. So the one side is black and white, but the other side is all these beautiful fun colors. So you just get a lot of different fun things to play with in this set. So I'm using the black and white side, but we're not keeping it black and white. So in the stamp set, there and dies, there are these little butterflies, and we're going to actually stamp on here. I'm using the brand new hybrid stamp pad. So a couple things on this. It is really tight, especially the first time you open it, and that is to keep the ink nice and sealed. Now watch, I'm not going to be able to open it because I'm on live. It really does open, I promise. I recommend if you don't have fingernails, you might want to use like your take your pick tool, kind of get in there to get it open. The one thing I did discover on this though, because it is a hybrid ink, you want to give it some extra time to dry. So I am going to pre-stamp these, and it is kind of wet as well here. So I'm going to stamp them, and then I'm going to set this aside. So I've already pre-stamped my other ones. Wipe this off here really quick. And so that I could let them dry a little bit before I cut them out. I've also cut out black and what is this, hydrangea hue, the little notepad looking piece here. I've got some more hydrangea hue, and then this is another little die that's in the stamp set. So the other thing I've done, this is where I was talking about a masking technique. So I just took a piece of white. This is the thicker white. It doesn't have to be. It could be actually any color, but I have pre-cut a couple of butterflies out here, and I am going to lay them over my designer series paper, and I am going to just grab this is Pool Party, and I am going to just use my blending brush. And I'm kind of mostly going at the top here with this one. I'm going to add some here. Now, I'll be honest, I kind of ended up adding a little bit down the edges here as I did this, because when I was doing that, I wasn't being very careful on my first one, and I ended up getting a lot just kind of weird little edges, and I liked the look of it. So I'm going to kind of do that on here. This is one of the new ink pads. If you haven't used them yet, these ones are awesome. They open really, really easily. So I'm going to grab this color, and I'm going to go off just a little bit so I don't get it nice and dark there. And I'm just going to kind of go along the bottom of this so I kind of get that fun blended look. And I forgot to go off on that one, but that's okay. It's just going to add more definition, and I might go off on the side just a little bit there. So now we're getting some fun background on here, and we're just going to keep doing this. You can do as much as or as little as you want on there doing it. And the great thing about this technique is really you can make any kind of background. I just did the wrong color there. That's okay. You can make any kind of background you want with whatever shapes you have. You can use punches, you can use dies. It's not really going to matter what you're using to create your background. We have some really cool new masks that you can buy, and keep mixing my colors here really bad. Sorry, guys. And they're really, really cool, and I love them as well. But if you want something specific, oh goodness, I am having a hard time with that color there. Mixing it all up, no worries. Thankfully, since I'm blending the two colors together, it doesn't really matter too much if I keep messing them up. I just might have to wash my brushes here. I am not one who has one brush for each color though, so I don't worry about it too much if they get a little bit mixed up. We're going to add some more in here. Get some more of that edge a little bit. And obviously, the more you add, the darker it will get on there. I'm going to add a little bit more. The lines coming through here, just kind of lightly on that. Like I said, I just kind of liked the look of it. And obviously, I have used this over and over again. Doesn't really matter. Now, the one other thing I'm going to do, though, is I am going to grab this one here. Hopefully, it's dried enough. And I'm going to use this as a mask over the top of this one. Looks like it was still a tiny bit wet because the black is smearing just a little bit, but that's okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. And I really am trying to not get it all over on this one. Trying to keep it more central. So this way I can add just a little bit of color on here. And then I'm going to grab my 3 little butterflies here, and I'm going to do the same thing. Hopefully these ones don't smear since I let them dry for quite a bit. And you can put more of one color on one, less of the other color, kind of whatever whatever you want, change it up. Um, and I really love this color combo. It was kind of something I just threw together, but I really like the pool party with the hydrangea hue. Kind of really pretty here. At least I think it is. Let me know what you think. All right, here. So there we go. We got those all finished. And I'm just going to move these out of the way. Then we have one other thing we're going to stamp, and that is, oh, I guess we have two other things we're going to stamp. Sorry about that. We're going to take our black ink again. If I can open it, like I said, it seals it nice and tight. So there you go. And we're going to stamp good times on here. I love this little saying because really you can make this card for pretty much anything. And we're going to move this one aside. And we're going to grab, where is it? This one right here. And we're going to grab our hydrangea. And we're just going to add a little background stamping on here. Nothing real specific. And our little, do these little tiny, they're like little arrows. I'm just kind of randomly going on here, kind of create a fun little background. It is in the pool party, so it is really light on here, but I still liked the effect. Add just a little bit more, maybe going across here. And maybe some more going down. Just creating a fun little background there. Lift that up so maybe you can see it a little bit better. So yeah, I mean, they're not real dark, they're real light, but just kind of a fun little background. And we're going to clean this off. All right, so now to finish this card, it's actually pretty simple. We're going to use our bone folder and we're just going to kind of roll that corner up a little bit here. And we're going to do the same thing on this one, only I'm going to do the opposite corners just a little tiny bit. I like that little worn kind of a look, just a little bit on there. And so we're going to take these little pieces. I'm going to add some glue. Hopefully it's going to come out for me here. Just a strip on each. And line that up top and bottom. And I think this one, how big was this one? About 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. I think these are 3 by a 1/2 inch, I believe is what I did them. Since this is a black card, I wanted to make sure that I had a white on the inside. One last thing, we're going to add a little bit of Wink of Stella. Make these butterflies sparkle, because who doesn't like sparkle? And we're going to add some to these ones as well real quick. I love Wink of Stella. Who's a Wink of Stella fan? I'm a huge Wink of Stella fan. Mostly because it's an easy way to make it sparkle without making a mess. All right, so we're going to finish this off. We're going to add this one onto our cardstock here. And then we're going to add this one. Oh, I totally did that one wrong. I want to pop that one up. Where's my dimensionals? It's going to have some extra glue on there. Do you ever do that? Start doing a one you've already made and totally forget how you put it together? All right. Yes, I know there's a lot on there. Okay, so we're going to stick this one on here like so. This one we are going to put some glue on and glue it onto here. Just kind of layered background. Now, before I put these ones on, I'm actually kind of going to bend them. I usually just kind of bend them in half where the body is, and then I'm going to use my bone folder, and I am going to kind of roll the edge back a little bit, just so it kind of pops off of the card. Kind of my favorite way to do butterflies. I love butterflies. I am a huge butterfly fan. I think I have every butterfly set they've ever made. Um, all right, here we go. And then I am going to grab, where's my little, sorry, forgot to grab out my little dimensionals. So we are going to throw our good times on here with some dimensionals. We're going to throw this one on with a baby dimensional. I'm going to put it just kind of roughly about here. This one I am actually going to use a mini glue dot for it because I'm going to stick it kind of on this one that's already here. And this one I'm also going to use a mini glue dot because I am actually going to tuck it under here a little bit. I still wanted it raised up, but I wanted it kind of tucked a little bit. And we're going to finish it off with some of the new In Color, what are these, shimmer In Color dots. They're shiny though, so they're really pretty. And you can see I've already used a whole bunch of them. And let's see, just gonna add a couple on here like so, maybe. Again, never likes to work quite right when you're doing it live. So there we go. There is our finished card. And then the inside on there, you could add another message, happy birthday, or whatever you want to add in. Kind of see that shimmer on the butterflies, but I love having that little butterfly background to add some additional color to that. And this is great because it comes in the black and white, so you can add whatever color you want. Just to make it your own and have a little bit of fun. So I hope you've been following along. We are already to day, I said that wrong, day 10, not day 9. I think I put day 9 on the thing. Sorry about that. Hello, Catherine. Thank you for joining. But I don't know if I'll try and go change this description. It is day 10. It is May 10th. Said that completely wrong, but that's okay. If you haven't done the other challenges, go back. You can still add them in, move forward, do whatever days you can. Kevin's got great themes to follow along to. There is a live every single day. If you haven't watched the other ones, go back. I've watched a couple of them and they're fabulous presentations. So thank you everybody for sharing. Thank you again for joining me. Thank you, Kevin, again for letting me join. I do have a couple more times he has me doing it, so watch for that. And if you want to follow me, stampinwithcandace.com, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, blog, I'm out there. You can find me. And I go live every week, so feel free to join me. Have a stamptastic day. Happy Mother's Day again, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.